Hey YouTube, DNL Machine here. We're working on our 1972 Super Beetle. I don't know what to call it yet, but it's going to get a name soon. I called a lot of names, but no proper names. Anyway, today I am going to show you the play in the U-joint in the steering shaft. This car has a lot of play in the steering wheel. I'll show you the steering wheel first. Then I'll come back and I'll show you the shaft. Anyways, this is the gas tank. Took it out. Going to replace all of the hoses and so forth, and the vent lines, and not use that little setup under there, that little plastic tube, and those two, that green and black braided line. Those are not going to be used anymore. Cleaned up some of the rust down here. Yeah, it's not ivory paint, but whatever. It's going to prevent rust. So, over here, got the gas tank, scrubbed off some of the rust, gave it a couple of shots of new paint. I did not realize that it had a drain plug. There's a drain plug right there that I'm going to scrape out and then paint inside there. Also got some new weather stripping on, whatever you call that stuff. This is 3/8 weather stripping for windows that I got from home hardware / Rona, whatever you call it here in Canada. And so there you go, $6.50 for a 17-foot roll, and I think I used about 8.83 feet. Anyway, back to the car. Love that seat that I redid. So we got our steering wheel here, and I don't know if you can tell, but that's a lot of play. And that noise, it really pisses me off. As you can see, I don't like this kind of thing. And when you're driving the car, obviously you got load on it, and it's just worse. I'm waving the steering wheel here, and there's a tire, and you can see the amount of jello pudding that's in there. Not cool. Here we go to the steering shaft itself. Now this is the U-joint that connects the steering column to the steering box. The steering box is down here. This is the shaft itself. It's got some paint on it, but it's getting replaced. Don't worry about it. These boots here, broken. I don't know what I'm going to do to protect that for next time, but it's going to get something. I don't know, just a super heavy coat of grease or whatever. This boot on the upper part of the shaft is also broken. So anyways, this used to be flipped over that big washer thing, and then you have to turn the steering wheel to reach, come on, focus. I had to turn the steering wheel to reach this through bolt passageway. There's the bolt and the washer right there, and I'm pretty sure you can't see, but inside there, this shaft right here, okay, let me get a pointer so I can point things. This shaft right here has a cutaway in it right through there, so you got to take this whole thing out. Okay, you got to take that bolt right out, and when that goes back, that's going to get emery clothed up, cleaned up, and put some lube on it, so that when it meets friction and pressure and whatever in here, it's gonna, you know, behave nicely. So anyways, focus your attention right down here, and hopefully you'll be able to see the amount of play that's in this joint. It's enormous. So I'm grabbing the top here. That's a lot of play. That's a lot of play. So before you go and screw around with your steering box adjustment, which is under this plug here, before you go mess around with that, Bentley manual and Haynes manual say check your steering box mounts, of course check your tie rods and all your stuff underneath, and also check to make sure that the cover of your steering box, I don't know where that is yet, after I go under the car I will, check to make sure that the cover of your steering box is on well. But you can go under the car and you can grab this joint and you can grab it right up here. You can grab the same spot from underneath and you can just go like this. Right, that U-joint is thrashed. I could maybe try to repair it, but 80 some bucks later I got a new one. So there you have it. Stay gold.